Nuilam Aixquail. As you are no doubt aware, our community is one of the fastest growing in Canada. From Ladysmith and Staminas, Nanaimo and Nanaimo, and Lanceville and Snanawas, we are seeing unprecedented amount of growth. To prepare to serve the educational needs of our growing community, the Board of Education reached out to the community to create a long-range facilities plan, which was adopted in May 2021. Part of that plan envisions that the board will be proactive in addressing growth. Today, I have the privilege of inviting you to participate in the planning to address growth in the north end of Nanaimo. This is an area that currently relies on portables to support many of our students, and as we continue to expand, this challenge will only grow. As many of you are aware, we are currently finishing the expansion of Ecole Hammond Bay. While this will help with some of the growth, it alone will not be sufficient to serve our students. But we have some options that we believe will address the capacity crunch and meet the board's commitment to serve our students in safe and inclusive learning environments. With that introduction, I'd like to turn it over to our Secretary-Treasurer, Mark Walsh, to provide a few details of the scenarios we are asking the community to provide feedback on.
Hi, Scott. Thank you for turning it over to me to talk to our community a little bit more about the options that are being put forward. As you can tell and hear, I'm here at Hammond Bay Elementary School, Ecole Hammond Bay, at a lovely recess early spring morning here. What we're doing here in the background, as you can see, is expanding the school, and it's just another example of our board being proactive to adjust capacity. However, Hammond Bay on its own is not going to be enough to solve our capacity issues. So we're asking our community to provide some feedback to the board on how we can solve those community issues. And what we're doing is providing 4 scenarios for contemplation. We're inviting other examples as well. But those 4 scenarios are this. First, we're actually proposing that we would make Hammond Bay a dual-track school. What that means is it would serve about half of the local community in our English program, and then make our French immersion program remain at Hammond Bay in approximately the same population it is today. It will make the neighborhood a little bit more walkable and add some capacity to address the growth in the north end. Number 2 is we're looking at opening Rutherford Elementary. This is a school that I'm sure the community is aware closed in recent years, and with the changing demographics and the booming region that we are in, could serve up to 400 students. And so again, we encourage you to have a look at that scenario and provide comment. Our third scenario is we would expand Departure Bay. That is a school that's facing significant capacity issues and has a number of portables that are slated to only grow in number over the coming years, and we need a solution. By expanding Departure Bay, we would be able to cover some of that growth. And finally, and I want to be clear at the outset that this is the most unrealistic or the longest away from delivery, would be opening a new school in the Stevenson Point or Lindley Valley area. And what that would do, of course, would create capacity to cover some of the kids at Departure Bay here in the Neck Point area, as well as in the Nay area as well. And so again, that takes us some time to actually implement, and whether we could get the financing to do that in the short term is less likely than the other 3 scenarios. So we put that caution out, but we also want to hear your feedback on that idea. So again, thank you so much for taking the opportunity to provide your input, ask your questions, be involved in our communications, in our thought exchange, in any meetings that you might be invited to get information. And we look forward to being able to serve this burgeoning, fast-growing community next year, in 5 years, 10 years, and the years after. Thank you so much for being a part of this process.